What's up, everybody? It's the host of the ADHD Life podcast, Malachi speaking. I hope everybody's been well. Hope everybody's had a blessed week. I know I have. Oh, man. We're just going to jump right into it. I mean, Will Smith, smack aftermath. Like, you got an agent threatening to blow up any current negotiations, and they're not willing to give Westbrook any more projects. Uh, Made the comment that what's Westbrook without Smith? Nothing, which is, in my opinion, inaccurate. Will Smith may play a major role in the production of the show, but what about all the other actors, employees that make up the show? Without them, the show is nothing. I mean, am I wrong? I think the media is painting this picture of a monster when really we are all human beings. We all make mistakes, and sometimes we do things we don't like. We act out at times when we're suffering. And I bet if you'd like trap an animal in a corner, it may bite you. It may just bite you. Like, I'm not saying it's okay to slap anyone. I mean, we were raised don't put your hands on anybody unless they put their hands on you. And clearly, there was some behind the scenes tension with this slap. But taking away his Oscar is one thing, ruining a man's legacy is another. Like, I don't agree with the media. I don't agree with his agent because they're blowing this situation out of proportion. Why does Jim Carrey's opinion about the slap matter? Why does everybody have to chime in and put their 2 cents in the situation? Okay, it happened. So what? You guys are, it's like they're fishing. They're just fishing because they have no stories or nothing to talk about these days, and it's sad. It's real sad that this is what we created. Hopefully with this podcast I can talk about that and open room for conversation so that we can open our eyes to what's really going on. Oh no, not the camera. The camera just fell. Oh, let me make that more secure. Hmm. That might work a little bit better. I kind of wanted to get it. It's kind of hard the way this is set up. Let's just hope it stays. I've got this camera on a tripod balancing on a speaker. So hopefully it stays still this time. Because I was just trying to I got my notes right here because I want to be sure to give you guys the best episode possible. Each time I do this, I'm trying to get better and better. Alright, anyway, they're also saying that he didn't apologize, but instead partied all night, which is inaccurate. Like, think about the situation. Why am I getting notifications? Would you want to be anywhere near a situation that could potentially turn more violent due to your actions? I think he did the right thing by letting the situation breathe, taking a moment to evaluate, and then coming forth with an apology. Something most of us don't know how to do. Like, I don't know, for me, sometimes I don't know how to let things breathe. And by putting my 2 cents in it, I end up blowing the situation out of proportion. That's one of the things that I've been working on, just like letting things breathe. Because what's meant to be will be, and sometimes you just gotta let situations breathe. I've learned that firsthand experience. Like, yeah, take a moment, evaluate, then come forth with an apology. Part of the world has gone mad, and the media's just adding fuel to the fire because that's just what they do. So they feel as though Will Smith needs to suffer, whether it be long-term plans or current plans, and I just don't agree with that. They're comparing him to Mel Gibson and Tom Cruise because they had outbursts as well, like, which they say tarnished their careers. I don't think it did. I've seen Tom Cruise in multiple pictures. I didn't even know Tom Cruise had an outburst. Mel Gibson, I really haven't seen him in a lot of films since. I want to say the last time I seen him something was like maybe 2016. It's 2022. I've definitely seen Tom Cruise on screen since then. So, but to Will and his fans and supporters, this too shall pass. Hopefully, one day we'll be able to like laugh about it as we do many other situations. Friday, whew, we had Thursday off, right? But Friday, we had to cut up these trees in this guy's backyard, stack them in giant piles, make sure they were neat and nice. Like there was mud everywhere. Like we had mud up to our knees. It was just whew, so messy. I think I tarnished my shoes. I think that's my new word for the week. Tarnished. I tarnished my shoes, my work shoes. I don't want to get another pair, but I also don't have a hose to wash those off, so I can let them dry and all that good stuff. So I don't know what I'm gonna do without my shoes. But yeah, man, there was so much mud, and these logs are like about yay big. Like these things were fat and massive, yo. Fucking heat. Whoops. Whoops, they were huge. That was a slip. Ah. Mm. I promise I've been behaving. That was just a slip. That won't happen again. But I was like, when I first saw what we had to do, like when we first got there, it was just so much that had already been chopped up. It just hadn't been moved and was blocking the stream. And we got to get the logs out of the mud, out of the little creek area, the little creek that they got going, and just to so they can the stream can keep going, right? And just sitting there lifting all day long. Like what was it? I think he told me we need to get an early start. We got our early start, right? We went picked up a door that needed to be replaced. While he went and did that, I did some grunt work. Got a little muddy. And I did arms Thursday, right? I did arms with Pastor Wes and completely destroyed myself Friday lifting these logs. I want to say there were about 50 pounds or so 50 pounds and up per log. Like I said, mind you, they're about yay big. And then you've got little flimsy old small Malachi doing this stuff. But my boss, he was there too, and I just wanted to say it was a very messy day. Uh, we got this battery powered chainsaw made by the wall. I didn't think it was gonna work. I had little faith in this little chainsaw with the batteries because I'm like, all right, you did like 5 minutes of cutting and then the battery dies, and then we gotta stop, replace the battery, and then go back up the hill after 5 or 10 minutes or so, replace those batteries with new batteries, and then it's just like a ongoing walking back and forth, lift, 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 walk up and down, and then it got to a point where it's like all the batteries were dead, so we were at a standstill for a good little bit, and then that's when we decided to just call it a day. We're pretty muddy. There were multiple frogs, lizards, worms. I'm surprised I didn't see any snakes. I'm knock on wood. I don't like snakes. They're cool to look at, but when you're out in the woods, nobody wants to see that. They also have these like little bugs that roll up into a ball when you touch them. I used to play with them as a kid living in Woodside out of Danville. We used to have them inside the little glass door track that led outside where I'd play as a kid. Also, I just got a raise. First raise in a long time. But this is the first raise in the new job, and I'm extremely grateful for that because, like, I will say hard work pays off eventually. You just have to keep putting in the work, keep showing up, keep pushing, no matter how hard it gets. Also, make sure you're doing something you love to do. Like, what's the point of wasting time, effort into something you hate to do? Like, I hated machining, but I knew it was the only way that I could get out of my hometown and start a new life. I stuck with it for what, three and a half years. And yes, I was miserable, but there were times when I would put my shoes on, like, and cry because I didn't want to go in anymore. I didn't want to do it no more. Like, you guys won't believe all the crap that they put me through. Like, mentally, it was mentally abusive, like, all the time. And it's like being in an abusive relationship. You're mentally trapped because you think you need them. They make you feel like you need them. They convince you this is the only way of life. They beat on you one day, give you an absolute hell, then turn around and apologize, make you breakfast, bathe, etc., buddy you up, just to repeat the process over and over again. And it was very toxic. There, it's a very toxic work environment. And heck, I was just told recently that they're telling employees not to quit and that it will eventually get better. Like, please, guys, just don't quit. Don't quit. We know it sucks. We know it sucks bad, but it's gonna get better. Yeah, sure. It's not gonna get better. It really isn't. Like, you gotta wipe out the entire management team and just bring in a whole new slew of people. Like, we used to have multiple discussions on like what they need to do to like turn this place around because they've got a high turnover rate. And I listen, I could talk about that place for days, but I'm gonna let that go. Like, I forgot about the false sense of hope they try to give. Why is that in there? I forgot about the false sense of hope that they try to give me as well. Then they go right back to their stuff. Yeah, that's one of the mind games they would do. They give you a little false hope. Like, so we think you're doing good here in this aspect, but you know what? You really suck at blah 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 blah. If we can just get blah 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 right, then you'd be okay. You get blah 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 right, and like, that's just not. It's not cutting it, man. I think we're gonna have to write you up. And you're like, what? Where do they do this at? So and so just did the same exact thing. Why am I getting written up? Come on, man. Uh, all right, enough of that. I went out and bought a cool mist humidifier that doesn't need a filter. It's also like very quiet and affordable. Like, you can buy little vapor pads that I'm currently using. I got the calming vapor kind. They come in 12 in a box. I usually just put one in. I fill it up with with cold water. Also, once a week, make sure you dump all the water out and wipe the bottom of it out where the water goes. Because once you turn it back upside down, the water fills into the bottom of the vice, right? And if you're not careful, it's gonna get all moldy in there, and it's gonna get disgusting. And what's the point of having a humidifier that's got mold growing inside of it? Kind of defeats the purpose. So I've learned that lesson with my first humidifier back in my other apartment in Mooresville. Fun times, fun times. I was wondering why I kept getting sick. It's like, why do I keep getting sick? I know I bought this thing, to help with the sinus. Like, but nope. Negative Ghost Rider. I sleep like a baby now. I wake up feeling fresh as a daisy. No more bloody noses in the morning. Having to hack all that stuff out of my throat, the mucus. Oh. The only problem I have now is getting the temperature right for the room. Like, it's either too hot or too cold. It's never in the middle. And I don't think they isolate the unit properly because we did have this. We moved here in the summer, and I know we was having that problem a lot. Like, the AC just kept giving out. It was like, I quit. Screw this. Tag me out, coach. Like, I've looked at about 20 different places online this week, and I think 9 of them were good enough for me and my bro. I do got to make sure that we have enough parking spaces, enough room for the both of us, at least 2 bathrooms. I mean, 2 bathrooms if we can get it, but 1 is fine. I mean, I am a little concerned about the commute for my brother. I mean, I commute every day to work. I commute every day, back and forth, but it's a tax write-off for me. For him, it's not really a tax write-off. It's more so him spending gas to go to work and then spending gas to come back home. But I mean, if we could live in Mooresville and it be affordable for the both of us and it's a reasonable price, I would do that. But right now, it's just not. It's just not in the cards. Like, So I'm looking in the Charlotte area and Kannapolis area. I'm like, these are really nice units for the price. What's the catch? But I'm praying that there's no catch, because I've been praying about just a place for us to live, because this place that we're here now, it's like they're painting the buildings and they're slapping these little plastic light boxes on the thing, and they're adding a couple of signs so people can know which building is which, and that's pretty much it. But they're gonna charge us $100 more to live here, and it's like, no, no, you can have that. I've signed the papers. We gotta go. We gotta go. I wish we can go sooner, because this is ridiculous. You know what? They sent us an email, right, talking about how they're no longer gonna accept checks, or what is it, a money order for rent, right? They told me from the gate that I couldn't give them. They couldn't receive money orders, and that I would have to pay my bill online. Here we are towards the end of my lease. As of April 1st, 2022, we will no longer be accepting money orders or any other forms of payment for your rent unless it's online. And it's like, so you guys lied to me. Wow. Why am I not surprised? Why was I so surprised when I saw that email? Like, part of me was about to just snap out. I was like, I can't do this. About to jump in front of that chainsaw. I'm like, but nah, it's cool. I mean, it is what it is. It's just sad. They want people to pay $31.90 convenience fee just to pay their rent online. That's my problem that I had with paying my rent online at my other place, because they wanted $12.88 versus me just paying 88 cents extra and giving them a money order. And that was perfectly fine. They didn't care. As long as they got their money, they were cool. But this place, they want you to pay $30 extra just to pay for it online. And they're no longer accepting any other forms of payment. I don't think that's legal. I'm not sure how they're getting away with this, but I'm just exposing, because I don't want somebody to have to come here and deal with the same stuff that I've been through. I checked out the country club apartments, right? And they're renovated apartments, but they're not worth $1,300. There's no carpet in the bedrooms. There's this Jamestown walnut laminate flooring planks that slide into each other, and I know because me and my boss have done multiple locations with that type of flooring, and someone's already damaged one of the planks right in front of the bathroom entrance. It's like sticking up like a point. Like, if somebody steps on that, they're gonna have a really bad day if they don't have shoes on. It's gonna be a really bad day for them. It's bad. I mean, yes, they replaced all of the, like, your refrigerator, your microwave, your stove, your sink, and dishwasher. Yes, they replaced all of that, but it's still not worth $1,300. Like I'm saying, like, none of these places are worth $1,300, and they're saying it's like, oh, well, this is just the way the market's going, and it's like, shut up, just shut up. No, Mm-mm. It doesn't work that way. You're just trying to get over on people, in my opinion. But yeah, man, let's say you walk in barefoot in that apartment and you forget, oh, I've got this wooden plank that's at a point right here, and the lady was like, oh, I didn't know that was there. I thought they fixed this place up. I guess this is my first time seeing it. And it's like, you guys don't check after the people that come in and do the work? Come on, bro. Come on. I can't. I just can't. Parking is also tight, and overflow parking is on the hill, which is almost half a football field away of walking. So if you got two people and you get two parking spaces, you only get one like right in front of the building with this tight parking, and then the other person, they have to park on the hill, which is like half a football field length away. Just so you know, it's ridiculous. I hate to get on here and like sound all negative about the living situation and talk bad about places, but this is just information that I'm finding. This is what's been thrown at me, and it's like, what in the devil? I gotta talk about this. So the places, they're just not worth what they're asking for. Like the apartment complex is also located right next to one of the busiest intersections in Mooresville. And if you live in if you live in Mooresville, you know how bad traffic is. Like, I don't know, guys. If I'm gonna be paying somebody $1,000 for rent, like, I need space. I need extra amenities because that's a house payment. And the only reason why I'm not buying a house right now is because the housing market still sucks. I'm sure interest rates are great, but this time next year, a house that's worth 200,000 probably will be around 1,600,000. And these numbers are hypothetical, so please don't quote me. But some houses are selling double for what they are worth right now, which is crazy. But kudos to those, making them big bucks. I'm about to circle back to my Thursday. I had an amazing evening Thursday. I went to the gym, worked out with bro Wes. Got all swole, cock diesel. You know what I'm saying? Got to host a round in music bingo at the King Canary in Mooresville, North Carolina. I got to sit and play with an amazing individuals whose name will remain unannounced to protect the lives of the innocent. Shout out to y'all. Y'all know who you are, so give yourself a pat on the back. One of them drew a smiley face on my hand, and we had a great time, like talking and playing. Later at the restaurant called Flock, which is also located in Mooresville in the plantation area, down close to Publix, I think, and Lowe's Food, close to there. My friends were grilling me about getting this girl's number and finding more about her, and I'm like, no, that's not how that works. Just we're not gonna. I like I like music bingo. I'm not about to mess that up by crapping where I eat because this could be a potential place where I can eat from. I can grow my business. So I'm not about to be out here, just hey, girl, what's up? Shit, I'm over here doing the business bingo shit. I mean, host and stuff. Yeah, I'm not about to be out here doing that. But yeah, let's just take this baby one step at a time. I'm still trying to get over this speech anxiety that's developed out of nowhere. I feel like I used to be this way in like middle school, and it's weird. And it's making things harder for me, especially like talking to people instead of using complete sentences. I kind of just say bits and pieces of what I actually want to say. Like, there's this slight caving in my chest sensation. It's hard to breathe. My heart starts pounding out of control. I don't know. Maybe I should get that checked out. I doubt it, but anyways, next topic. I deleted all my social media off my phone just to do like a detox, and I think a good detox is needed every once in a while because sometimes you just be sitting there scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and you get addicted to it, and it desensitizes you from the world around you. And I just wanted to be back into the world. I wanted to feel things. I wanted to be able to talk to people properly, and I'm thinking maybe if I just take a break from social media altogether, I mean, still do my podcast, still make my posts here and there, still interact with my family because we share TikToks together. So I'll just click the link and it'll take me to the online side of TikTok versus the app. But yeah, I think I need a good little detox for a while. I'm not disappearing, it's just more so like a mental health thing for me. Like, I think it'll help by forcing me not to be on my phone as well and to be more sociable, approachable, just to be in the world versus this handheld device with chains attached to my wrist. You know, like I want to get noticed, I want to make it big, but my mental health and physical health comes first. Like I can't make my dreams happen if I don't take care of me. And that's one of the things that I've been trying to do this year is like focus on me, focus on my goals and taking care of me. Because every time I like get in a relationship or start a new friendship with somebody, like I tend to put their needs before mine. Because I'm a selfless person. I'll do that in a heartbeat, and stuff won't get done on my end. Stuff will get delayed. I'll give up on a couple of things. I'll get lazy. And these are things that I've noticed about myself that I'm working on. I'm working on it. I'm working on all of it. And I told myself I wasn't going to do this, but my father and I had a long talk this morning about 3 a.m. Not this morning, but yeah, it was this morning, 3 a.m. And I know it was God. Like, no cap. Our parents fought like hell to give us better lives, and I'll be damned if I decide to go against everything they taught us. Like, put myself in situations they've already lived through just to learn the same lessons. Like, sometimes you just gotta open your eyes and be grateful for what God has already blessed you with. It may not always be material things. It may be opportunities, new doors, just ready for us to walk through. Like, and all we have to do is look up and walk through the door to see what awaits us. Grounds they never touched, seas they never swam in, eat foods they never ate, have the luxuries that they didn't get to have growing up. I feel like some of us choose to throw it in their face though, and we make poor excuses like, well, mom and daddy did it at that age, I think I should do it too. And it's like, listen, the Bible says honor thy mother, honor thy father. Just because they went through that doesn't mean you have to go through the same thing. All their hard work is laid to waste so you can do you and live your best life. And like, when we try to do things our way, we often make a mess of things. Like, you want to know how? I know. I've been there. I did that, and I learned the hard way. If only I had listened to my mother and father, I wouldn't have had to learn those lessons myself or relearn those lessons. Like, I'd be better off than where I am now if I had looked up and walked through the doors. Now, every time an opportunity presents itself, like, I take it because I don't want to block my blessings. And I definitely want to pay respect to my parents by doing the things that they never got to do and telling them about my new experiences. Like, again, like I said, I told myself I wasn't going to do this, but I can't control what God has to say. Wow, 27 minutes. Look at that. I guess this is it. I get to record with an artist pretty soon. Music coming out soon. I'm not going to say who. No spoilers. But be on the lookout. If you haven't checked out my latest track, I've Been Fighting, be sure to look that up on SoundCloud. That's I've Been Fighting by i.a.m.m.a.l.a.c.h.i. i.a.m.m.a.l.a.c.h.i. I've Been Fighting. That's my latest track. Be sure to give it a like, thumbs up, share it with your friends, share it with your family. I think I did a pretty good job with that one. It took a while to get out, but I think I did a really good job. What else? Oh, I bought my truck, by the way. Yep. That thing nice too. It wasn't the one that I was like ranting and raving about last time. This is a different one. Less mileage, better package, all around. All around. It's so good. All I can say is thank you, God. All right. That felt good to get off my chest. All right, y'all. Peace. I'm out.